Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to this ever present and ever loving now moment, a moment where those of us with the original codes of creation gather every 2 weeks. And as we do, we meet each other every time in a new energy, in a new frequency, in a new expansion, in a new way of beingness. And through doing so, allowing that which is flowing through us to do so in a way that grounds something in the collective that none of us knows. And we open ourselves for that to do so. And as each one of us moves into this moment, we do so in full honoring of the sovereign essence and expressions of each other, each one of us individually in full connection with our sovereign source connection and expression, and each of us an individualized service that we are here to be, to create, to give expression to. And as we meet as individual sovereign beings, we are also therefore creating a collective sovereign field through these individual emanations of our being. And as we do so, we become a collective emanation out into the collective of humanity for those that are also moving into a deeper remembrance of who they are as self-sourced sovereign beings of light, life, and love. And we're all here together to co-create, to co-weave. And although there's a conversation that starts from my side, it is literally just initiating a space where I know that each one that is present is here to give expression to their individual codes of their being, and together we are grounding that into the collective. And as we started to create this place and space that we are meeting each other today, I gave expression to a huge shift that is occurred within the collective of humanity. I'm sensing that it's bigger than that. There's a shift that has occurred within our galaxy where all that each one of us as individual light servers has been prepared to give expression to. There's a readiness in our galaxy to move to a place and space in our universe where there's a direct connection with our cosmos as a whole. And therefore, just perhaps a moment, as we started to ground our one cosmic home, we started with the gnosis that we are all in our remembrance of our original codes, and also in the gnosis that each individual on Gaia Sophia is also in remembrance of their original codes. There's just a reflection, a inspiration that is received where that comes into being, comes into alignment, becomes activated, whatever words we want to put to it. And the beauty of being in community is that we can all do this together. And we do so through giving expression to that which is flowing through in the moment, so that we come together, which we are doing now. And so what I'm saying is that we know that everyone is born and are here with the original codes of creation, because that is what is occurring currently on Gaia Sophia. There's a depth of remembrance that is taking place, a depth of connecting back into our original codings. And our original codings, our individual architecture, our individual cosmic codex is in direct reflection and synthesis with that of Gaia Sophia. And the very architecture of Gaia Sophia, the cosmic codex of Gaia Sophia, in direct connection and reflection with that of the cosmos as a whole. And therefore, the synthesis between all three, so the individual, collective, humanity, the heart of Gaia Sophia and the heart of the cosmos, continuously weaving and breathing as one. And that is becoming a felt experience for more and more and more individuals as the remembrance is deepening, as we are reflecting that for each other, and therefore all those that are connecting to this very expression that we are grounding here. And having said that, is there anything that someone would like to share before we go into our cosmic centraling? Okay. Okay, so there is a centralized expression that's seeking to flow through. Those words are just flowing through me. I don't know what that means yet, but let's move into our cosmic centralized expression as a collective and allow for that which is seeking to flow through to do so. So if you want to take a moment and connect to the essence of your heart, and you can ever so gently and ever so gracefully close your eyes as you breathe into the essence and the presence of your heart and your being. And as you do, I just felt that we move into the cosmic heart field, a place and space where we meet each other in our cosmic beingness, in our gnosis of knowing ourselves as cosmic beings of light, the one trinitized heart field of creation, creator, creatrix as one. And as you soften into this cosmic presence of your being through the heart of your being, just allow yourself to become aware of all that was before this moment, all identities, all stories, all expressions, all experiences, all that you've been walking through that has brought you to this moment, that which you were present to on your path of remembrance of who you truly are. And as we become present to all that which was, be a sovereign witness to how in this moment all of that moves also into the center of your very body and being. And as it does, all the eons, lifetimes, and epochs that ever was and all the identities and stories related to that, all in this moment, in the center of your heart. And as it all moves closer from all the different places and spaces to the center of your heart, just notice how you soften into the breath of your being and how all of that dissolves, dissolving back into their original Christed expression of beingness, knowing that all that it has reflected to you has been integrated into your being. All the wisdom, all the lessons, all the transcendence has occurred. It has served its purpose. And as it continues to dissolve, just notice how that allows you to soften even more into your heart field. This ever-present, ever-loving expression of who you are, a cosmic being of light, eternally one with our Creator Creatrix as one cosmic field, ever-loving, ever-present, here, now. And as you continue to breathe into the center of your crystal heart, let us move through the very centering of all the toroidal harmonization that has been taking place, that has allowed us to move into this moment, harmonizing all the fields of our beings, starting with the toroidal field of your crystal heart. As you remain in the center of that essence and presence of your being, notice how, as you stand in the center of your heart, the toroidal field immaculately giving expression to your soul's essence. And as the field moves through the root of your being, of your heart, it flows and circulates up to the crown of your heart, and simultaneously throughout the crown of your heart and the root of your heart. And just notice how the distance of the field in front of you, behind you, to the left, to the right, above and below your heart, is all in equal proportion. A perfect toroidal field of your heart expression, the essence of your soul. Notice the crown of your body flowing out the toroidal field in front of you, behind you, to the sides, in perfect symmetry into the root of your body and the crown that is there. And also notice the same distance in front of you, behind you, to the sides, above and below, a perfect symmetry of your toroidal expression of your body. And as you remain in the crystalline center of your heart, of your body, feel yourself nested into the crystal heart of Gaia Sophia, and the perfect toroidal field around the heart of Gaia Sophia, the same crown toroidal field flowing, fountaining out, around and into the root of our heart in perfect symmetry, and then to the crown of Gaia Sophia, fountaining out to the root. And this perfect symmetry of the toroidal field of Gaia Sophia's body, Gaia Sophia's heart, your body and your heart, in perfect synchronization and symmetry. And let's now also center into the very center and essence of our galaxy, the very Milky Way at the crown, fountaining out, around, a perfect symmetry and synergy into the roots of the Milky Way galaxy. And in the center, the very essence and presence of the galactic sun center, the centralized expression, the heart. And as we move to include all the different galaxies, also notice the crown of the great central sun and the root all fountaining as you remain in the center of your body, the body of Gaia Sophia, the body of the galaxy, as you're moving to the body of the universe, and the very roots and the crown, toroidal expression, harmonizing as one, as we expand into the very crown and root of the cosmos, as we connect to the cosmic heart through the great central sun. And all these toroidal fields in synthesis, in harmony, as you become aware of the very centralized channel of your being and all these channels connected as one, all the crowns and all the roots and all the toroidal fields flowing, weaving and breathing as one, the one cosmic body of sovereignty. The three hearts of immaculate expression, the heart of the cosmos, the heart of Gaia Sophia, and the heart of your being. And as we stay in the centralized channel of all of these toroidal fields, the one field of creation, a trinitized cosmic expression and reflection, let us move our awareness back into the center of Gaia Sophia. And here, the immaculate conception and expression of Creator, Creatrix, the essence of Gaia Sophia, the very unique soul's essence and expression, the soul emanation of Gaia Sophia, a perfect architecture, the cosmic codex reflecting the perfect design of each one of the expressions of the essence of Gaia Sophia. This living light, liquid, this sovereign essence, immaculately woven together in the heart of the cosmos. And this soul's essence and expression of Gaia Sophia, immaculate in its nature, a perfect blend of the crystalline essence of all bodies of consciousness, the bodies of consciousness of crystals, minerals, plants, animals, and the heart of humanity, giving expression to the form of our physical bodies. And in this moment, as all the cosmic codexes of each one of us individually and that of us as a collective and that of Gaia Sophia as a body of consciousness and that of the cosmos weaves and breathes as one. Allow yourself a moment to become aware of how all of these expressions is reflected within the silence of your being. Notice how the very architecture of your body and being, your crystalline light expression, is a reflection of the very cosmic codex. All the codes of your crystalline DNA, magnetizing the very elemental properties that is being emanated by Gaia Sophia to give expression to your body. The very essence of Gaia Sophia, reflecting the immaculate expression of Creator, Creatrix, so that we as cosmic beings of light can experience ourselves in physical form. And as we remember the depths of that and all the codes of our being, this deep reverence for the very home that Gaia Sophia provides us to experience that. And as we remember even more deeper the truth of this, the very essence of Gaia Sophia, we also know that in the very sovereign essence of Gaia Sophia, her original codes of creation, emanating out the very architecture of all expressions. And the moment is here, during this moment where the collective humanity is deepening into remembrance of this truth. There's a strengthening in our collective emanation that is allowing for all to remember the truth of who they are and why they are here too. And in this moment, we are gathered here to ground the very crystalline expression of our true earth architecture, the emanation of Gaia Sophia. And as we move our awareness to the crystalline, Christed, immaculate, sovereign essence of Gaia Sophia, in the center of your heart, in the center of the heart of Gaia, just feel how in this liquid living light essence of the heart of Gaia Sophia, how all the different codes of creation in its liquid living expression is there, emanating out in direct connection, in eternal oneness with our Creator Creatrix. And as this living liquid essence is being experienced by the very essence of your being, just notice the softness, the grace, the beauty, the love, the integrity, the compassion, the care. This blend of qualities that is woven throughout the whole cosmic field of creation in the heart essence of Gaia Sophia. A true earth is here for all to know, to experience, and to be given expression to. The very crystalline, Christed, Christic, immaculate essence of all of creation in this living liquid essence. The perfect design, the perfect architecture, the immaculate cosmic codex in liquid essence and expressions, all planted as a seed of sovereignty to give expression to our true nature, to know ourselves as divine humans, here to experience the divinity of all expressions of Gaia Sophia, as it always was and ever and always will be. It's just remembered now. It is remembered by the collective, as each one of us has remembered our connection. Together, that is now amplifying the collective remembrance to know ourselves as a divine humanity, an angelic expression, a home, a community, a family, a reflection in all relationships, which is sovereign, crystalline, pristine, majestic, and always in connection with the source of all light and all life and all love. All here now for all to experience through choice, to choose whatever experience you choose to have, whether it is to experience yourself as a sovereign being of light, to serve as a cosmic being of light, to create experiences for others, to know themselves as that, or to be in co-creation of Gaia Sophia, to ground the new sovereign templates of creation, where all the different planets and galaxies and universes becomes an immaculate reflection of the sovereign essence of Gaia Sophia. Because the whole cosmos, the whole architecture of our sovereign one body of creation is all one, weaving and breathing in every moment that which is sovereign into being, that which is immaculate into an experience for all to have and to know themselves as this direct connection to the source of all that is. And in this living liquid essence in the heart of Gaia Sophia, here we are, all of us with the original codes of creation, connecting to a deepening of the remembrance of the very living codex of our beings, knowing that all that we give expression to and all that we do in co-creation, we are co-creating our true earth as it was always meant to be, always was and always will be, a home of immaculate creations and expressions. And a deep knowing that in this crystalline essence of Gaia Sophia, the very crystalline essence of the cosmic heart, of Creator, Creatrix, Cosmic Mother, Cosmic Father, as one living liquid essence, weaving and breathing through the heart field, the cosmic field of creation. And as we all continue to deepen in our remembrance, we know that this living liquid essence, the very holy waters of creation, the cosmic ocean, the cosmic waters, the galactic waters, the very waters in the Milky Way galaxy, all the waters within, through, and on Gaia Sophia, all holy in their essence, in their circulation, and in their expression, because the whole cosmic field is the very living expression of the holy waters of creation, woven into being through the very holy breath, the one cosmic breath, weaving and breathing the cosmos into being. And in that essence, the living light, the living light of all of creation, always radiating and emanating, the cosmic light of creation, allowing for us to experience and know ourselves as one with the holy light, holy waters, and holy breath of life, of light, and of love as one. And as we continue to deepen into our remembrance of the origins of the cosmos, one spark, one expression, one seed of creation, one breath, breathing all into being, connected to the very crystalline essence of Gaia Sophia. And as all the holy waters that flows and circulate throughout the whole cosmos, through the breath of our Cosmic Mother Father, and through the living light of creation, this trinitized expression in the heart of Gaia Sophia, the very architecture of all expressions in, through, and on Gaia Sophia, connected to this very essence, the blend of the crystalline essence of all bodies of consciousness. And all these bodies of consciousness remembering their original crystalline essence, their true nature, and their Christed expression. And as we remain in the center of the heart of Gaia Sophia, just move into your awareness the first original crystals that came into form, the perfect Christed architecture, forming the expression of all these original crystals, all the codes here to connect connect with, to connect through, and to connect as the very formation, the very essence of all crystals, the original codes, wisdom. Allow yourself to feel into this essence of the crystal codes of creation. Immaculate expression, the perfect design of being a body of consciousness of all crystals. And as this remembrance deepens, all crystals remembering their original crystalline essence in the perfect moments of remembrance. And as this consciousness keeps expanding throughout the cosmos, reflecting the very crystalline essence and nature of all that is, just notice how the fields of your being starts to strengthen in the remembrance. And as we continue to breathe into the essence, also notice the body of consciousness of all minerals in all their expressions and their original codes of their body of consciousness that has moved through all of the cosmos, and all the codes therefore now activated and expressed to give expression to all the different animals and plants to come into form as we connect to the body of consciousness of all plants, as they remember their crystalline essence and their original codings of their expression. All the plants in the oceans and on the lands. As we continue to strengthen through the fields of creation and connect to the very body of consciousness of the original codes of the animals, and therefore all the crystals, minerals, plants and animals come into form through their direct connection to their crystalline essence, through the heart of Gaia Sophia. Just take a moment to breathe into all of these bodies of being, weaving and breathing through all that we are. The very expression of Gaia Sophia, allowing for a place and space for all of these expressions to come into form in their crystalline nature, for all of us to receive the reflections as they receive our reflections of our crystalline nature and essence. And as you continue to breathe through all these codes, let's come back to your center of your heart as you continue to soften through the breath of your being and connect to the heart within your body. Move your awareness to all the different places and spaces around your cells. And just feel the living liquid light and essence and waters of your being. A sustenance, a nurturance, a softening, a remembrance. And now move your awareness to the center of each one of your cells. As you continue to breathe through the heart of your body and being, just move your awareness to your head, to your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth, your throat, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your chest, your back, your front, your hips, your legs, down into your feet, and start moving your body as you bring your awareness fully into all of your body. And just perhaps for a moment, allow your body to move for all these different codes and frequencies and vibrations and remembrances to move through your whole body and settle in all the places and spaces that it organically flows to. And perhaps just take a moment and feel like you're breathing into your feet. And breathe into your hands. And breathe into your heart and your hips. All the codes knows exactly where it needs to go. It does so organically, effortlessly. And perhaps even just wipe your body so that you feel yourself in your body. Present here. Mm. And whew. And if there's anyone that wants to give expression to either your experience that you're having or codes that wants to flow through you, remember to unmute yourself.
Ya ashairana asaya. Yeri aya ur eshair ekiasir iana ayana ar. Ureteri aterishtere eter etunu ur eshtir. Kier eshter ist irenate. Ukora ashair ke ese irana utunur uteri sara ayarana ashta. Eriakia sa iraku uriak a et shiarana a sa eret teteria shure sa irakur kish iana utunu sa area a uria sha a et teter isa isha aira kisa a ana tira suera kata art ira sa ena utunu ushaya Naria sierra etera kiera na utunue. Sierra esta isa etek unuera na sa iena na na asa Iera kata araket usur kita enne iera kata ana
Mm.
Sei notaka sari terat eter. Nere eterna se kieshe era ki se kiera ke eshiera na ase era na era korono era ke tiri siria ke tiri siria ki shtira era kae, ena nere siera na ushno ena iesa era ke era na utonor, sharana iesa era ke te iena ara sier tir isar, Kurana ishiara katayana sa era na ta 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 ta. Kurana sara ishiara erakat erakat iskierakat erakat e. Kurakat erakit irana uternorakat erena ase erakit isha Erakata ara ura ete siriata kata ara norosa kiraka ashiana Irana usurura ki siria esha est utunor. Nara esa era kashti Enara asir urana atar iakar aki sira natur. Amdare sari ari sharayara ashtir. Amdare esira mara ashtir ekiaraka ashti. Quet ere et tir toi 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 toi. Toi 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 tir itai toi 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 toi. Yoto. Saratet ishtiraki shara esir na or shana aria sana uyer ashtim.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I literally saw how all the codes were running through the galaxies, going into the cosmos, back into the heart of Gaia the whole time. Thank you. There's a beautiful synthesis that you've just anchored for us. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Dainenia. Tässä noin 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 noin. Hieriä hajakananai. Soitananai reiondo. Kia hayananai o toisai. Kia railai nondoi. Sois niriachai kanai niriachanenia nonoini su soito. E rechai kanai ne ananaido. Yale shunir hiatakoto. Thank you.
Just perhaps to bring in, Nina, that as you were grounding the 100,000 angels last week, there's a echoing that has just occurred that is giving expression to the gnosis of knowing self as angelic humans that is echoing through. Thank you.
Saret, hello. It feels as though there's something that wants to clear through our field today. I felt it when we first logged on, and yeah, of course, having been guided through that meditation, and then with this light language, it feels like it's really, really prevalent, and it's sitting in this channel between our solar plexus and our heart.
Mm.
I'm feeling it a lot from your system, Nia. There's something that's moving through your system that your system has brought to our collective field today in order to clear. And it feels like it's in this channel, and it feels like it's not yours, it's a collective energy that's moving through your system and from your system coming into our system from the coherence that we're creating. And that energy wants to move. It feels like collective anxiety, this fear of the unknown, the fear of letting go of control, this fear of the unknown that we're stepping into. Yeah, so, and it feels like all of us can assist to help clear this. And it feels like sound is the best thing for us to do. So, perhaps all of us, whether unmuted or muted, it doesn't really matter, can really come into our heart spaces and definitely connecting into your system, Nia. So perhaps all of us can really, connect into Nia's system because your system seems to be the central one with this energy. And using our sound, really just allowing that energy to move in this channel, whether it's humming, umming, eyeing, I don't think it matters. And perhaps we can do that all together. Okay, if we take a deep inhale and you're happy to keep yourself muted or unmuted. Oh. Oh. Waratuku wasai. Oh.
Unweaving that needs to occur in the collective. I'm just doing that. If anyone wants to join with sound or through light weaving.
Oh, yeah, this is deep. Shurua saira kukuana. It is deeply hidden in the architecture. Yeah.
It's not safe to be a divine human yet. There's too many reflections of the opposite. Yes, let's just let all of that move through.
Yeah, it's mechanisms of control, like shukuatai, like being terrified of losing control. Shurukuara etukunu kuasa.
Sure. I'm seeing a lady standing with her hand on her heart, screaming in angst. Agony and angst.
It's like deep-rooted fear. It's like a fear program that's been actually installed deep within the architecture. Shukuasa etututuasa.
It runs next to the spine.
In this like heart channel at the back.
I just had a lot of clicks down my neck, down to my lower back. Ooh.
Oh, it's extremely deep.
Getting there, the levels and layers, unweaving all of that.
Yeah, sure.
Just quickly weaving through all 7 epochs as it has been growing. And unweaving all of that. Ooh.
Joy. Oh.
Ooh.
Sure. Oh, it's coming up through the layers. Sure, sigh.
untying of the knots.
Ooh. So, massage.
Yeah, we're moving to the original knot there was an original knot placed at the place and space for us not to connect to our hearts as a humanity. And we just quickly doing that.
It's like a deep program of fear that's been placed over that. So it's unsafe, you're right, to connect to our divinity while in human form.
Phew, I'm just quickly going to Adam's calendar. There's a place there. Should locate it. Tearing off, unweaving.
Oh, I
Did you
can
feel
feel
it?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, big release.
Yeah. Sure. Just dissolving that. My whole body's goosebumps. Dissolving.
The deep wound, eh? Shorowasatata. Shoo.
And there's old blood beneath the wound.
Oh,
That has caused stuckness to give expression.
a lack of circulation.
Ooh.
Actually prevented the healing. Like it creates like a crack in the system. Oh, where light cannot reach.
So that's released, moving through all fibers of the body of Gaia Sophia. From
Yeah,
that
we're almost
centralized place, it moving in all dimensional directions simultaneously so that no spots are missed. Weaving out, unknotting.
increasing circulation.
And it's not only circulation up and down, it's through the whole body of being. Phew.
Actually repairing this channel as well.
Connected to the esophagus, this whole channel
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Reinstating the true power linked to love. Shutruwasaira kuwatataye.
And the original expression of love as a source of creating all expressions of love, to be a source of creation of any form in all forms, whether it is a human form, an animal form, planet form, mineral form, plant form, planetary form. All forms are restored in their circulation through the essence of the heart of Gaia Sophia, and weaving that back into the cosmic heart. Ooh, grounding that in the center of the heart of humanity. Ground that for the healing to echo out.
Ooh, and the restoration of the natural flow of life force energy. Shukua satai itua e. Shua. There's just a bit of residue. Shua sarotu.
And for humanity to know, to create from their hearts is to create from their true connection and connectedness to the source of all of creation.
Letting go of the illusion of control and the fear that comes when we do. And it is safe for our full divine expression while in human form. So kuata e tua. That our true power lies in our heart. In our connection with one another.
It's safe to love self as source of all. Grounding that through, Nia, thank you. Nia, is there something that wants to express through you?
Yeah, I feel you too, Nia.
Ora kia samara naria te rakatea siria na kushara estiria na ar. Ia mara usteria tera eshiara era katia na usara etenia. Emara isiria kushama era kia siria no ushara era na. Eri sarama usukwera kishiera kata era nasara at aratuno stieri saira kishiera a. Yes, here na ashtarana usamara etetia. There's a few programs here. Kiashana masuru etakiashtiana hopelessness, hopelessness. Lashara etekatirna isharana eteketa. Ashara etekatirna ishana urakatana. What's the point of being angelic consciousness in a human form if we get hurt? Ashiana Adam, anyway, Ashiara Kunoko is a clearing and cancelling, Ashia Kia alchemizing, transmuting. Kiana Utuno Sakarani, Ashiana Ure, Syria, Karakata, mistrust, Kiana Ushara Atakatana Kata Esinia, Enatiara Kiashtiana, Atia between men and women, masculine, feminine, Shia Karakia Sara, Etakata Erekatania Sara, Yashiana Arakia Sara, all those who are labeled as separate, different, ashaira kiyasana in a hierarchy, era kiyasana wera katana ashia clear cancer. Transmute ashiana, siala kiana urukuna samara ashian. Hena kiara era siri kiara kishiara kiashiana at kiana mistrust of those with more. Shakiara kiasiana aria more abundance, ashiara e samara kiana esiara katiana ocean illusions. Ashiana kiana etera nasara eshiana uzizi za ejizi.
Yes, and what I'm hearing is what's the use of being an angelic human if those in the angelic realms have betrayed us? Wow. Ooh. Hera mana kara mechikono ohoro moro kena masakere mono koro koto hera mono koso e na kera hamana kera mana kara me kheno moro koro kono khena mara hera mechikono moro horo mechikena machera machikana marlokolo. Those in the angelic realms were kera mara khars me keno moskoro ko was not betraying us. Hera markono koro kera mara. There was an illusion created that there was an expression of being betrayed, but it's not being betrayed. We were always everlasting and always connected in our original expression and connection to the source of all that is and all that ever was and ever will ever be. Era marakono marakera mera dera khata marakono ke era moto oro kono khoro he rakera ke era khara marakena asa era moto kono koro moto khara khara ka rake so poro kolo era moto kono era kara matketla. Removing all the programs related to any angelic expression that has ever existed that is not a true reflection of the original codes of creation. Era manokhoro kocho mene era khata ke maroko to horo oro moto khona ketsa matsa khera matsa ke era khata ke moro oro koro hera mana hera moto khona kono ore ne masa ke moto kocho era moto khona era matsa kuro oro ko e khana mono kuro o khatsakana katakaro oro mone keramaka. Removing all reflections, reflections, all that was untrue, unwoven and unspoken through all that was ever been, given expression to that which is not angelic, but yet being an imitation of and creating illusion of, and therefore not giving true expression to the original codes of creation. And as we are allowing for this dissolving to move through all fields of creation and all expressions throughout the universe, all multiverses, all galaxies, and throughout the Milky Way galaxies, allowing for the restoration of all the original pathways and circulation of the original codes of creation to be restored, grounded, and anchored in the remembrance of the truth of who we are as a divine humanity, as a collective, and therefore it is safe to be in our bodies and to be given expression to our true human divine nature. And so it is. Perfect. Sure, that was a release of note.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed that laugh.
Releasing for our giving laughter.
Wow. Sure.
Sure. I'm literally seeing how the divine template of humanity can land in the softness and the grace of our
and now
hearts.
that the space is open, the fear is released, it can actually take root. It's almost like it was blocking it. Thank you, Nia, for bringing that today.
I feel quite nauseous. Yeah.
It was a lot. Wow. Yeah, your field, as soon as you spoke, it was like, it was like this. Wow, it's a lot that was moving through you. Thank you.
And thank you for seeing that, Chanel.
Thank you.
Wow, and we take him back to Adam's calendar. And interesting, I saw this little thing there and I didn't know what it was. It looks like a plaster almost, the programming, but it was synthetic in nature. Wow.
Oh, I feel quite spacey. We need to do some grounding after this. That was a lot of energy. Sure, so cool.
I think it's come a little bit through my daughter as well. She's a teenager and she's in the teenage collective, and they're very, very unstable right now, affected so much, not just energetically, but also, from just everything. And so I think she also brought that through. So, yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah, and it manifested like almost anxiety, like this deep, deep worry for the future and this deep uncertainty. Yeah. Sure.
And as you express that, Nia, it is also therefore grounding it through all ages, stages, and phases of being a human and being a divine human, therefore. Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I did. I saw my youngest child, who's 7, looking at a photo album. I don't have many photos of me as a child. And she found this one, and it's full of photos from like my last days of school, high school. So I'm like 17, 18. And so I found her looking at it, and I had a little look too. And this is a lot of what I felt was wow, I'd forgotten that it's quite challenging being a teenager. Like I had to take, go back. I'm 44 this year, and I had to go back, and I was really like, wow, it's a lot to be that age. And I had more perspective of my 15, nearly 15-year-old now, and also in this present moment where it's a lot, and they are even more sensitive and open to. So yeah, I think it's because we often think of the inner child and our present self, or maybe our future self, but I think the inner teenager is sometimes neglected.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sure. And it feels like, the emotional turbulence. I can remember being a teenager and how we were already so emotional, but there is a deep emotional turbulence in the collective field. So to have that state of being and then still have to deal with the collective turbulence, it's a lot. It's a lot for them, for their systems.
Just felt that deeply.
Yeah.
Janine, is there anything that you want to give expression to because what I'm hearing very loudly is for us to go to a place of settling and grounding, for all this to continue to move through all the different fields.
It's very beautiful that this teenage generation is coming up at this point in time and being like with Nia's daughter being a representative of the frequency that they are transmuting in the field. And we are assisting in holding them and assisting them in anchoring what they are meant to anchor in. So it's a beautiful mirror, the expression that I witnessed today of what I have witnessed within the last 2 weeks, being around teenagers and upcoming teenagers in schools and everything. So there's a lot, and it's just exceptional what they are capable of. And it's so beautiful to be of service and assistance and assist these generations in anchoring in what they are meant to anchor in. So I'm very grateful just to be a part of this and for everything that flowed through. And I love you all, you know that. And thank you, Sarat, for giving me the word in that way. Deep honoring and deep gratitude.
As you give expression to that, what I'm also hearing is that the teenager in us, in all our life expressions, are also now through this process of reflection, coming to a place of integrating, to know ourselves in all ages, stages, and phases, and that it is safe to actually be a divine human. So it almost feels like, besides that, there was a reflection in the current group of teenagers in Incarnate. There's also the connection to all different teenagers that has ever been during the 7 epochs of creation, as knowing ourselves as a human race, that all of those teenage years can be associated with and replaced with almost what it means to be a divine teenager, and to ground the codes that they are here, that it is indeed safe, because it is challenging to come in with the codes of creation of your specific age group that you are in now and reflecting to all others, but simultaneously seeing what's being reflected in the outer world, and not having the spiritual wisdom yet to discern what is a reflection of me versus what is a reflection of the collective, and therefore allowing ourselves to remember that we are all of that. And each one of those expressions are just reflections of ourself, and each one of us reflections of that for each other. And therefore, all the different moments that we've ever been, and therefore the healing that was required due to the program that was there, because it feels that all of that is not even true. It feels true, but it's all part of a program that is reflected out into the collective humanity. And the discernment is not there to recognize it as a program. And through giving expression to this, we can now ground that this is indeed only a program that has now been dismantled and returned back. And therefore allowing the grace and the love and the compassion that we are here to reflect to each other also, to allow for that to step forward and to be held by our inner wisdom, but not only our own inner wisdom, but also those around us, just to hold them in the gnosis that there's also a teenager within them that needs this reflection. Although we are not that age group, there's a reflection in us of that age group to all.
What I'm seeing as you're talking, Suret, is as we integrate our own inner teenager, and so I actually love that we're talking about this, as we integrate our own inner teenager, we actually clean up the templates available to those that are currently incarnate as teenagers. So there's less noise, less distortion, less confusion. It's almost like we clear some of the overlays that existed when we were teenagers by integrating our own teenager at this point in time.
Exactly. Allowing our and their divine humanity to shine through in the process of doing so. Oh, what a gift.
This simplicity of being, simplicity of our hearts, purity, divine innocence, simplicity. Diana Shiaka. Irihi kananiri atakatia si ototrecheka. Dachte.
I'm seeing that the main emotion / energy for the teenagers across all times, dimension, space, reality, all planets, the teenage aliens and angels, we all we all have the this same anger and rage, and it's about where I'm getting a lot of images of teenage angels and hoisted aliens. So it's very unusual, not what I'm used to seeing. So
Yes.
something more like piercing.
Exactly. I'm also seeing that, and it's actually connected to the original fear. It's the original fear of being separated from our divine cosmic mother father on all. So on angelic level, on universal level, on galactic level, on human level. And it's not stopping there. It goes down to animal, plants, mineral, crystal as well, being separated from the source and the original source of creation. And that is a huge fear. But that fear cannot be just removed. There's different levels and layers that is being sequentially removed so that it is safe to actually be the embodied expression. And all the different codes that we are now giving expression to will allow for that to be so through all the different fields of the cosmos. So I'm literally also seeing different expressions of angels in their different stages and phases of development, because we ourselves are simultaneously an archangel expression down to our human expression and all the different expressions of beingness. And in all of them, there is a teenage year that is there sequentially. And each one of those levels and layers are clearing, dissolving, purifying, and returning to the innocence of their true essence and nature. And that can only be found when they realize that they've never been separated from the source of all of creation.
As you were speaking, some of this energy is already leaving the field, Suret.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing is remember all the expressions in the cosmos. It is not only human teenage expressions. It is also animals, plants, minerals, planets in throughout the whole cosmos. That has also been a teenager of sorts across the 7 epochs. So it's all of those levels and layers of all the different expressions that has not only been cleared, the clearance of that is still echoing out, and it will continue to do so for quite some time, because it is quite the big fear of being separated, or thinking we've been separated, and all those different reflections is just recalibrating. Hearing that and restoring to the original connection.
Our higher aspects at the moment are using our dreamscape, our sleep time, to actually clear a lot of what you're talking about, this original wound of separation. A lot of our higher selves are using our physical bodies during our sleep to clear this.
Yeah. And to remember that there was a perceived story that during dreamscape, there's actually a lot of siphoning that occurs, and to replace that with the gnosis, that is where the original restoration of all our different bodies of being can take place. So just grounding that. Thank you for bringing that, Chanel.
Ooh, just releasing that fear. Sure. Yeah, that was a program implemented by the false matrix.
It's already leaving. I'm actually seeing it leave. Phew. Lifting, it's moving through the atmosphere of Gaia.
Yeah, shura tu kuara tu kuana e tu kusuai. Oh, yeah, that feels complete.
And therefore opening. That's the connection. Oh, it's not safe to be a divine human, because we've heard through many expressions that when we go to sleep, there's siphoning that occurs. And now that that has been cleared, there's this deep peace almost, this peace. Oh, so I can actually sleep and rest and know that is when restoration is occurring.
And our nervous systems collectively now, shuai, are able to receive this information. Shuai, you allowing us to go into a deeper state tuarak, tukuai, of sleep and restoration. Our nervous systems have been in this kind of like a freeze and flight when we go to sleep, shukuasata, impacting our sleep cycles. Shu.
And not only for humans, same for animals, minerals, plants, and crystals. Same story.
Wow.
It's safe to relax and to rest, to
Sure.
restore and to recalibrate. Figure. I say that the sun is shining on me.
Yeah, you look very angelic right now. Divine human expressed.
After a week of storms, the sun is out.
And it's so interesting because the sun is in half of your face. So your one eye looks so light and your other eye looks dark. And it feels like it's the unification of light and dark. All
And
that
those
is.
two fields, the one that's
Beautiful.
leaving and the one that's grounding through all.
Wow, shua. It feels shukua, tukunukua. It feels complete. Shutrua.
It's
Yes.
program done. Ooh.
Wow, everyone, this has been spectacular.
Wow.
Thank you.
I just feel like some sounding needs to move through.
Yeah.
There's some sound for the different resonances just to harmonically align and ground through before I'll move into closing then. Whoever feels like sounding. No? And the rest of us can mute again. Chanel, how do you feel about sounding?
Sure.
As we all ever so gently and gracefully close our eyes and allow to soften into the grace, the essence and the presence of ourselves. The silence, the softening, the breathing, as we become aware anew of the cosmic waters that we are surrounded by, that we are one with, that is permeating and satiating all that we are, with every breath of our being. Weaving and breathing the ever-present, ever-loving presence of our Creator Creatrix and us as a trinitized presence into being in those moments when our human expressions remember aspects which is not true, which is a reflection of a fear of being separated from our one source of love and light and love. In those moments, may we all soften into the gnosis of a heart filled with compassion and love, as the cosmic beings of light that we are, to hold our bodies in the gentle, loving, compassionate embrace, to remember that we, in our unified presence, are always here and now, in the center of each one of our cells, holding, weaving, and breathing these immaculate expressions of our Creator Creatrix. an emanation of Gaia Sophia that gives form to our bodies to soften and remember the truth of our oneness and our connectedness. And although our physical bodies may not always remember, in those moments to connect to and through and with and as the love that we are, with the bodies that we have the absolute honor to be embodied in, to give expression to the living light and love of all that is, to remember that we've never been separated because we are eternally connected to the source of all of creation, to the source of all light, to the source of all life, and to the source of all love. And as our bodies softens, relaxes, and remembers that as we go to sleep in the evenings to rest and to be restored, that our presence with our trinitized heart field is weaving and breathing our bodies through the love of all that we are, so that our bodies never feel unsafe in the gnosis that it's being woven, weaved, and breathed by us in our source connection, eternally loved, eternally held, eternally cared for, and that it indeed is safe to be a divine human in all ages and stages and phases of being a human since moments of conception, in every moment, as we all remember together that we are always an expression of our one cosmic heart field, the very source of all love, the very source of all wisdom, the very source of all life, the very source of all light, the source of all compassion, care, integrity, strength, wisdom, beauty. Always sustained and nurtured, always one with. And as we continue to breathe into our hearts, and also into the hearts of each one of our 74 trillion cells, may with every breath, every cell remember the presence of our essence within, and therefore always held, always loved. And as we weave and breathe through the heart of each one of our cells, may therefore each one of our organs, muscles, bones, and all the different systems of our bodies and being, and in particularly our central nervous system, soften into the truth of who we are. Strengthen in the love of who we are, and stabilize in the peace of all being. And as all the different codes that has moved through us, each one of us individually and collectively as a whole, and all those that is attuning to this message that is here for them to receive all that is here in the perfect moment, in the perfect sequence, as we all continue to deepen in the remembrance of knowing ourselves as sovereign, as free, as crystalline, as pristine, and always eternally one with our Cosmic Mother Father. In deep honor and reverence for the sovereign essence and immaculate expression of Gaia Sophia, giving form to all crystals, minerals, plants, animals, and human forms through the immaculate expression of the source of all of creation. And this sovereign emanation of Gaia Sophia, may it be a source of sustenance, nurturance, rest, and restoration with every new breath, in every new moment. And as we all collectively remember that it is safe to be a divine human, may we soften even more into the beauty of that. And this emanation of knowing ourselves as a divine humanity, may that be received by each one of our 12 planets, all the trillions and billions of stars that we are surrounded by, through the grace of our Milky Way galaxy, an emanation out to all other galaxies and universes, that indeed is possible to be a divine humanity in form, in all expressions of creation, to be and to know ourselves as the one sovereign body of the cosmos, weaving and breathing as one. And as we gently open our eyes, may all that has moved through us in every perfect moment just emanate out through our skin, our hair, and our nails, into the rooms that we are, into the communities that we are grounded in, and into the humanity as a whole, our collective field, to know all that they are and remember the truth of them too. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, and see you again in 2 weeks. Much love.